Hi, I'm Gina.
I'm Abby.
And we are going to work together today to show you how to earn the Brownie Home Scientist badge. There are 5 steps that you need to complete to earn this badge, but each step has 3 options of something that you can do. All right, in step 1 of this badge, it has us working to be a kitchen scientist. So the first option that you have out of the 3 is to make a salad dressing. All right, Abby's going to talk to you about the different ingredients that you'll need, and after we're done telling you the ingredients, then you can press pause on the screen that has the ingredients so that you can work to collect those items and then continue on with the video. Remember that you can pause the video at any time in order to follow along with the steps. The ingredients that you'll need are
1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, a half cup of olive oil, salt and pepper, medium-sized bowl, and a whisk.
All right, awesome. So what it says in here is that salad dressing is actually science in action. A vinaigrette, which is a type of salad dressing, is made with 2 liquids that don't want to blend. These 2. And they need help of an emulsifier so that they can come together. And here we're going to use the mustard as our emulsifier to get the vinegar and the oil to mix into something yummy for salad. All right, here are our different steps that we're going to take. So the first thing that we want to do is put the mustard into the bowl. So Abby's going to measure out 1 teaspoon of mustard. Perfect. All right. Next we have, what is this, Abby?
Vinegar.
Vinegar, and we're going to do 1 tablespoon.
Ooh.
All right, now we're going to whisk, whisk, whisk the mustard and the vinegar together. All right, we're gonna slowly add the oil as we whisk. We're gonna measure to the 1/2 cup, just halfway down this full cup measurement. Okay, so you're gonna pour that in while you're whisking away. Slowly pour it in. Now we're watching closely as the dressing gets smooth. If you look really closely, your dressing is not a mixture like vinegar and water would be, but actually tiny oil bubbles floating in vinegar. Do you see the tiny bubbles? That's thanks to the help of the mustard. It's an emulsion. All right, that's it for our first option.
We put salt and pepper in here, we whisk it around a little bit, and we put it in here to store in the fridge.
All right, so we're still in step 1, but we're now moving on to option 2. Option 2, I think you're gonna like. It's actually growing your own rock candy. Maybe you've been to a store that sells rock candy on those little sticks, but you get to try to make some at home. Abby's gonna go over the ingredients with you.
1 cup of water, 4 cups of sugar, food coloring, jar, wooden skewers, or string.
All right, so we're continuing on with our rock candy. We brought the 1 cup of water to boiling, and now we're going to slowly dissolve the sugar into the water. All right, so we have our boiling water, and we're gonna slowly pour in the 4 cups that we measured out, and we're gonna watch as it dissolves into the water. When it starts to build up on the bottom, we're going to stop dissolving it in, and then we will be transporting it into the jar after we add some food coloring.
Off the sugar, you add a few drops food coloring. And have a parent carefully put it into a jar.
So crystals should start to form after about an hour, but if you want to wait several days or weeks, your rock candy will form large crystals. Sugar is actually made of tiny crystals that clump together. The same idea is used to make rock candy. And if you want to have a little more fun, you can use like a hand lens or a magnifying glass to look really closely at how the crystals grow. Do they look different than salt crystals? All right, so we're now on the third option for step one of the Brownie Home Scientist. We're having Abby's brother Taylor join us for this one because he's excited about this being the most delicious option that you can make. So we're gonna go over the ingredients. What you'll need to make your own ice cream is 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1/2 cup whipping cream or half and half, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 6 tablespoons of rock salt or kosher salt. I found this one at the store. It was labeled ice cream salt. 1 pint size Ziploc bag and 1 gallon size Ziploc bag. And I filled up 2 cups full of ice. All right, we're gonna fill up these bags with sugar, the half and half, and vanilla. So here is the 1 tablespoon of sugar. They're each going to get 1/2 cup of the half and half and whipping cream. Make sure you don't spill this, friends. And then we are going to take 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Ooh, you got a little extra.
Ooh.
You can go ahead and work on filling it up, Taylor.
Do we put this in?
Go ahead and pause. All right, the next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up your large gallon size bags with about half the bag full of ice. All right, and then I already pre-measured out the 6 tablespoons of rock salt that's gonna go in each of your bags. And then we're going to put your milky, creamy mixture in the ice and salt. And we're gonna zip the top. And you might want to double bag it in case anything leaks, but if you're willing to take a risk, you're ready to go. And what you'll be doing is shaking this around for 10 minutes while the ice cream begins to form. So go ahead and shake it, guys. All right, the science behind what's happening here is that salt helps keep the ice cream temperature low enough to freeze the milk. And sugar helps keep the ice cream from freezing solid. There's more cool science in ice cream if you could find an adult to help you look for it online. Right, the kids have finished after 10 minutes having their ice cream form in the rock salt and ice mixture. They're gonna open it up, pull their baggie out, and I will take these bags so that they don't spill everywhere. Go ahead and open those up, guys, and give them a taste. And while they are giving it their first taste, we hope that you had fun either making salad dressing, rock candy, or ice cream for step 1. We'll continue on with step 2 and using static electricity. How is it, guys?
So good.
All right, we are going to start on the 3 options for step 2 in the Brownie badge Home Scientist. We're going to start working with static electricity, and we're going to start with it by creating it. So here are the things that you'll need for this experiment, or you can just pick one or a few of these.
Balloon, ping pong ball, paper, and bubbles.
All right, so we're going to create a little bit of static electricity. Woo! By rubbing this balloon on Abby's hair. When you rub the balloon against your hair, you give it a negative charge, the balloon a negative charge. The balloon takes some of the electrons from your hair, which leaves your hair positively charged. Your positively charged hair is now attracted to the negatively charged balloon, so your hair starts to rise up to meet it. This is similar to the ping pong ball. Oh, look at that. It's attracted. All right, let's see what happens when Abby puts her negatively charged thing near the ping pong ball. Nope, put it down on the table. Now put this near it. Kind of chase it with it. Let's see if anything happens. I don't know if it lost some of its negativity. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Ooh, look. They're attracted to each other. Let's see again. Check out the ping pong ball. Wow. It's moving all right. Oh, they're friends. Attracted. All right, let's see if what happens with some pieces of paper here. Get those a little spread out, Abby, while we charge you up again. Oh my.
Oh my God. Try it again.
All right, we'll charge it up again. Whoops, there's a couple still stuck. All right, let's see. Here we go. Magic. All right, and then the last one. Here, Abby, you want to get ready to blow a bubble? All right, blow some bubbles and let's see. Let's do it again. Might need to dip it again. All right, I think they kind of attracted.
I heard a clink.
All right, that's option 1 for step 2. All right, so the second option for creating static electricity is called making pepper dance. What you'll need for this one is
A balloon and salt and pepper.
And a
Piece of paper.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour some salt and pepper on the piece of paper. And we already blew up the balloon and we tied it. And now we're gonna rub it against Abby's hair. We're gonna hold it over the salt and pepper to watch it dance. Are you ready? The electric charges are jumping back and forth with the salt and pepper, as you can see on the balloon here. After we rub the balloon on the hair, it gets a negative charge. When we bring it close to the salt and pepper, the charge attracts the pepper first because it's lighter than the salt. The pepper moves to the balloon where it gets a negative charge, and then it repels back onto the paper. And there it loses the charge, and then it wants to start to dance again. So that is how you make salt and pepper dance. All right, for our third option for step 2, you have the option to bend water. What you will need for this is a wool sweater, a plastic comb, and a water faucet. We're gonna start with step one, which is to turn the water on a very thin stream of water. The second step is to rub the comb against the wool sweater. Then you're gonna bring the teeth of the comb near the water and you're gonna watch it bend. Look at that.
Now take it away and see what happens.
And it goes straight when you take it away. Try putting it there again. Check that out.
Try really close.
The water bends toward the comb. By rubbing the comb against the sweater, you gave the comb a positive charge and that caused the water to be attracted to the charged item. Have fun bending water, and if you picked either the pepper dance, bending water, or the balloon with the ping pong ball or paper or bubbles, then you have completed step 2 of the Brownie Home Scientist badge. All right, so we have made it to step 3, and we're going to begin with option number 1 as we dive into density. So what this is, this experiment is called the egg in the salt water. So you'll need a tall glass filled with water. All right, we're gonna need salt, which will measure out 4 tablespoons of salt, about 2 cups of the water, some
food coloring,
and
egg.
All right, we're gonna see if we can suspend this egg in the middle of the glass with this experiment. So we're going to mix the 4 tablespoons of salt into the 1 cup of water. That over. There's 1. Here comes 2. Here comes 3. If you have a sore throat, you can gargle. And 4. All right, then we're gonna add a few drops of food coloring. We're gonna mix to dissolve. Then we're gonna carefully pour the remaining cup of water down the side of the glass. So not in the middle, but down one of the sides, like this. Then we're gonna carefully lower the egg into the glass. Hopefully we can see through this water.
Okay, we can see it.
You can see it? All right, is the egg suspending or is it in the bottom? Oh, I see it on this side.
Middle. There it is.
There it is. There's the white of the egg.
It's in the middle.
All right, we suspended it in water. This happens because the egg should sink into the layer of salt water. The food coloring is to help you see the boundary between the salt water and the plain water, although it kind of all looks green to me. Why does the egg stop sinking? Because the salt water is denser than the egg. All right, so we're gonna start into the second option for step 3 with diving into density. This experiment is called the dancing raisins. All right, Abby's gonna tell you what materials you need.
So you'll need raisins, a glass, and Sprite or 7-Up.
Yep, Sprite or 7-Up. All right, so we're gonna start by pouring some of the soda into the glass here.
dishwashing.
All right, and then you're gonna drop 6 to 7 raisins in. They're starting to move a little bit down at the bottom. And what is happening is that raisins are denser than the soda, so at first they will sink.
Ooh, one's really jiggling. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
But then the bubbles from the soda fill the wrinkles in the raisins and lift them up.
That one's
Sometimes,
Whoop,
whoop, there it goes.
Woo! Oh.
And once it reaches the top of the glass, the bubbles or the carbon dioxide pop and the raisins will sink again. All right, so we're on option 3 of step 3 for diving into density. We are going to give you a little heads up that this experiment doesn't work for us exactly like it's saying in the pamphlet here, but it's sure worth a shot to do at home. All right, so we are doing lemons versus limes here, and they're quite a bit alike, but are they really? We'll find out. So we filled a deep container full of water, and we're gonna add the lemon and the lime. All right, at this point, both appear to be doing what, Abby?
Floating.
Floating. Now, when you do this experiment, you might get some different results because in our badge work here, it talks about that the lemon will usually float and the lime will not. You can tell that this one is a little higher above the surface than the lime, so maybe that is pointing to it's a little bit of difference in density. But the lime may not float because it is denser than the water, whereas the lemon is not. And you could try this experiment with all different kinds of juicy fruits. You could use an orange with the peel and one without, or add some fruits with and without peels, which will float and which will sink. All right, if you completed one of those options, whether it be the egg in the salt water, the dancing raisins, or the lemons versus lime, you have completed step 3 for earning the Home Scientist badge. Congratulations. All right, we are starting step 4 of the Home Scientist Brownie badge. And this step is gonna give us 3 options of make something bubble up. So the first one we're gonna be doing is the soda geyser. In case you don't know what a geyser is, it's a hole in the earth that sprays out hot water and steam. So making your own is definitely an outside experiment. So that's why we've moved outdoors. So Abby's gonna take the top off of the soda bottle, and we have it on the ground somewhere outside with nothing else around. All right, we opened the package of Mentos candy and we stuck them on a piece of tape here, and watch as we put them in the geyser. Check it out. A soda geyser will erupt because of the carbon dioxide gas created by the rapid reaction between the candy and the soda. So get your own Diet Pepsi or Coke at home and a roll of Mentos and you can make this happen too. All right, your second option for meeting the requirement for step 4, make something bubble up, is the film canister rocket. All right, so what you'll need is a film canister like the kids have here, and you will need an Alka-seltzer tablet, which we have broken into a quarter piece inside of the canister, and some water here. So go ahead and take your film or your Alka-seltzer tablet and put it in your hand, guys. Okay, we're gonna fill up, that's okay. We're gonna fill up the film canister about halfway full of water. All right, you're going to drop the thing in, drop the Alka-seltzer tablet in, then seal the top shut with the lid and put it upside down on the ground. All right, so go ahead and do that whenever you're ready. Shake it good. Woo-wee! There it went. Option 3 of step 4 of making something bubble up. This experiment is called blow up a bubble without using your breath. Do you guys think that you can blow up a balloon without using your breath?
Maybe. I've never tried.
All right, well, we'll try. So gases like carbon dioxide will try to find a place to go when they're expanding in confined spaces. We're gonna test this out by showing our friends how to blow up a balloon without using our breath, but we have to be careful because the balloon might pop. So we're gonna start with a clean, empty bottle here. Taylor, can you put 2 tablespoons of vinegar in this bottle? This is a good outdoor one again, in case you spill. All right.
Oopsie.
That's all right.
That's why we're outside.
All right. You want to put just a little, let me see that for 1 second. I'll just put a little bit more in just in case any spilled out. Okay. And then for our next step, we are going to put some baking soda. We're gonna put 1 teaspoon of baking soda, so yeah, that looks about right, inside this balloon.
Never put baking soda in a balloon before.
All right, I
Maybe
think,
a
okay, a little bit more, sounds good. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to attach this balloon. Whoa.
Whoa.
We're gonna, Taylor, will you hold that while I'm trying to put it on? We're gonna
Try
attempt
again.
to attach this balloon to the top. And everybody, are you ready? Here it goes. We're gonna get that
3,
baking
2,
soda
1,
down in there.
go!
And check out that balloon. Are we blowing up a balloon without using our breath?
I have no idea how that's doing that.
Yeah, well, that's kind of exciting. So what's happening is that the baking soda and vinegar are creating carbon dioxide when they mix. And there's not enough room in the bottle for the extra gas, so it's expanding into the balloon, which is blowing it up. Wonder if we shake it around, if it'll produce a little bit more. Here we go. We're gonna see if we can get the balloon to go higher even.
Whoa, it's building up.
All right, we are on to step 5 of earning your Home Scientist badge. So there's, again, 3 options for this. And the first one for Play with Science is making giant bubbles. What you'll need is some cotton string. We're gonna attempt this with some yarn. We have a large tub of water. We have 2 plastic straws that are on the string. And we're going to now add 1 cup of dishwashing detergent into the water. And then we're going to add about a 1/2 cup of light corn syrup. All right. So we will mix this around a little bit. All right, and we're gonna try to make some giant bubbles out of this. Yeah, today I do. Ooh, close.
I can do it again. Think.
Whoa, that was cool.
It's like the optical.
All right, so our second option for step 5, play with science, is homemade silly putty. What you're going to need for this experiment is food coloring, 3/4 cup glue, 1/4 cup borax or liquid starch, a mixing bowl, and water. So in a bowl, we're going to mix 8 drops of food coloring with the glue and 1 cup of water. So you go ahead and choose which one you want there, and you can start putting your 8 cups of food coloring in. So Abby, go ahead and pick your color, please, and put it in the bowl. Make sure
How many?
8 drops. I'm going to start mixing in the 3/4 cup of water here, or glue, I mean. All right, and we're going to follow that with a cup of water. Get your 8 drops in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to slowly add the borax. And we need about 1/4 of a cup. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here. All right, you're gonna slowly get your hands all in there and get them all dirty, and you're gonna knead it out. Either Abby or Taylor.
Like what?
Yep, just kind of like start getting it to form.
Whoa.
You wanna come in on top of this to see it kind of start to form. How's your silly putty coming along?
Good.
All right, can you stretch it? Can you show how it stretches?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's kind of tough to stretch. Put that back in there, please. All right, and when you get done, let's see, you can put it either in a container or a plastic bag. If it's out in the air for more than 2 hours, it would start to harden. So you'll want to keep it somewhere sealed if you want to keep it flexible. You may also want to let the extra water run off into the sink so that you're not storing the water in a Ziploc bag. So that's one of your options for step 5. Okay, so our final option for step 5, and to complete the entire Home Scientist badge, is to make something called Dinosaur Snot. All right, so your ingredients that you'll need is 1.5 cup of cornstarch, 1 cup of water, and what is that, Abby? What color?
Food coloring.
Food coloring.
Yellow and green.
Yellow and green if you want to make it very lifelike. Okay, so let's see. So in the bowl, we're gonna mix the cornstarch and water. So you go ahead and start dumping that in, and I'm gonna get you a spoon. right, go ahead and mix those together.
This is kind of hard. Whoa.
Yes.
Can you mix?
All right, why don't you start putting in a couple drops of
How
each?
many? Like 5? 5?
Maybe 2 or 3. Because this is gonna probably be played with for just a few minutes and then we will probably dispose of it. All right, are you able to see the color come together here? All right, we got yellow. And what it's interesting about this mixture is that sometimes it feels like a solid, but then sometimes it feels like a liquid. It's very difficult at the beginning to get loose, and then all of a sudden it just drips away. All right, and you can use a spoon to play with this, or you can even use your hands. If you let the snot form, it's in there. If it sits for a minute, it's a solid, and then once you lift it up in the air, it becomes a liquid. All right, so as we wrap up this badge, you have seen 15 different experiments that you can do in your home, and we hope that you enjoyed doing at least 5 of them with us so that you can earn your Home Scientist Brownie badge. Thanks so much for participating with us, and we hope that you had fun in your kitchen, in your home, and outside. Thanks!